John Tyler was born in 1790 on a Virginia plantation, raised among tobacco fields and Southern traditions.
His father, a prominent judge, instilled in him a respect for law and public service.
A gifted student, Tyler excelled in languages and classical studies. At 17, he entered the College of William and Mary, one of America's oldest schools.
Here, Tyler sharpened his debating skills, a gift that would define his career.
He studied law the old-fashioned way, by reading, writing, and relentless practice.
Inspired by his father's example, he soon pursued a career in law.
By age 19, he was admitted to the bar and began practicing law. His reputation grew quickly in Virginia, where politics and law intertwined.
At 21, Tyler was elected to the Virginia House of Delegates, CLOF, his first step in politics. His eloquence and energy made him stand out among seasoned politicians. Grounded in faith and community, he earned respect beyond the chamber walls. Through letters and speeches, Tyler made his voice heard across Virginia. From courtroom to countryside, his ambition carried him far. But this was only the beginning of John Tyler's long and controversial journey.
In 1816, John Tyler entered the U.S. House of Representatives.
He quickly established himself as a defender of states' rights.
Washington was a growing city where alliances and rivalries shaped the nation.
He always carried the voice of Virginia into national debates.
Despite politics, he remained deeply tied to his family and Virginia roots. Through letters, he explained his vision of limited government.
His speeches resonated with ordinary citizens.
But his strict views sometimes set him apart from his peers.
He divided his life between Washington's politics and Virginia's fields. He supported President Monroe's efforts, though always cautious of central power.
In 1827, Tyler rose to the U.S. Senate, a national stage of greater weight.
Presence. He became known for eloquence and unwavering principles.
Committees gave him influence in shaping laws and guiding debates.
Though respected, he was not afraid to stand apart when conscience demanded.
By the 1830s, John Tyler's national reputation was firmly established.
Back home, Tyler's defense of states' rights won him loyal followers.
He weighed invitations to join national political movements. The political landscape shifted as old parties collapsed and new ones emerged.
Tyler aligned with those who opposed unchecked federal power.
His name carried weight in Virginia elections.
He spoke not for ambition, but for principle.
In Washington, he became a bridge between factions.
His defense of the Constitution gained national recognition.
Yet he never strayed far from the warmth of home.
He refused to compromise when it violated his beliefs.
The rise of the Whig Party created new opportunities.
Whigs saw in Tyler a respected Southern voice.
In 1840, the Whigs sought victory with William Henry Harrison.
They needed balance, and John Tyler became the chosen running mate.
The slogan, Tippecanoe and Tyler too, swept across the nation.
John Tyler took office as vice president in 1841, standing quietly beside President Harrison.
The role of vice president gave him little real power.
To many, he was almost invisible in the new administration.
He filled his days with correspondence and family visits.
But just 1 month into his presidency, Harrison fell gravely ill.
Despite every effort, the situation in the White House grew more uncertain. Whispers spread quickly. What would happen if the president did not survive?
Then the news arrived. President Harrison was dead.
The eyes of the nation now turned to John Tyler.
At that moment, he was no longer just a vice president.
For the first time in American history, a vice president became president upon death of his predecessor. Tyler insisted he was president in full, not merely acting. Some mocked him as his accidency, but he pressed forward.
He began exercising presidential authority without hesitation.
John Tyler had stepped into the highest office, ready to lead a divided nation.
At first, his cabinet expected him to act only as a caretaker.
But Tyler made it clear he was the president, not an interim figure.
This angered many in his own party, the Whigs. That's not what we agreed upon. I will not stand for this.
He vetoed their plans for a national bank, twice.
His defiance sparked outrage in Congress.
Public anger grew, with crowds openly showing their discontent.
But he refused to bend.
In time, the Whig Party formally cut ties with him, the only president ever rejected by his own party.
Isolated, he governed without a political base.
At home, family brought him comfort.
Abroad, he worked to strengthen U.S. relations.
He secured a treaty with Britain to settle border disputes in the Northeast.
Peace was preserved at a delicate moment.
But his boldest move was to push for the annexation of Texas.
It was a gamble that would shape the future of the Union.
Tyler pressed forward with Texas annexation, despite fierce opposition. The issue divided Congress and the nation.
But Tyler remained steadfast. In 1845, he signed a historic resolution that expanded the nation's borders.
It fulfilled the dream of expansion, but also sowed seeds of conflict.
Through turmoil, his large family remained his anchor.
At the end of his term, Tyler handed power to James K. Polk.
He left office with little acclaim, mocked as his Accidency.
Back in Virginia, he found peace at his plantation. He continued writing and reflecting on national affairs.
Life at his home was lively, filled with the presence of his large family.
In later years, he withdrew from public life.
But when the nation split, he sided with Virginia and the Confederacy.
He became the only U.S. president to align with a rival nation.
John Tyler died in 1862. His legacy forever controversial.
If you liked this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more great stories.